November's a weird month, am I right? So let's get weird and let's sit on my toilet. I figured I'd give you guys like a different camera view this month. There we go. Yes, you can pull out my toilet and use it as a seat. And no, it doesn't stink, so we're good. Let's open the handy dandy notebook and get into it, shall we? November funds. This month, I'm not too stoked on it. I'm not mad about it, but it just wasn't ideal. Yeah, so not too bad, not too good. Kind of middle ground, I suppose. Yeah, let's get into it. We are going to start with money coming in. I did sell a pair of shoes. I took out the money from my PayPal account, so money from you guys. I needed a little bit of extra help this month, and so it was very helpful. I had money reimbursed to me for buying a little bit of groceries for a friend, and I had a check from the government and work. So all in total, the money coming in this month is $3,198.35. So now we start the taking away process. For insurance, it cost me $97.07, bringing us to a total of $3,101.28. This month I did separate a couple of things a little bit differently. For instance, my gas or propane, I did separate into propane, diesel for my heater, and air for my leaky tire, just so you guys can kind of see that. But all in total, that was $211.95, bringing us to a total of $2,889.33. Again, I broke it down a little bit because I was on a trip in Vernon, so I did eat out at restaurants. I got really bad anxiety last month, so I did buy CBD drinks, which really helps me when I'm feeling anxious. And groceries, of course. So that was a total of $630.96, bringing us down to $2,257.66. I also added a new one called rent because I am staying at a campground during the winter months once a week just to be able to charge my van, which was $54.60, bringing us down to a total of $2,203.06. While I was there, I was able to do a little bit of laundry, which was great, but it did cost me. It cost me $25.25, so that brought me down to $2,177.81. Parking this month, thankfully no tickets, but yes, I did splurge on parking a little bit just because my back was out. I wasn't really into like walking very far, so I spent a total of $21.26 on parking. Not too bad, which was I'm happy about. That brought us down to $2,156.55. And then just van odds and ends. So this is a couple Amazon purchases that I got, random things that I needed to fix my van, odds and ends. That cost me a total of $132.46, bringing us to a total of $2,024.09. So for a baseline cost of living in a van, I would say that this month it cost me $1,174.26. Baseline. And again, we are in BC, Canada, okay? So I don't know if that makes a difference to people, but alas, we continue. Okay, so starting out at $2,024.09, we did have a couple surprise fees happen this month, which was the chiropractor appointments that I had to make. And I did end up buying a bunch of supplements because turns out I was really low on a lot of things. It's a whole nother story there, but that cost me $312.06, bringing us to $1,712.03. This month for fitness, I did gym and yoga. So that cost me a total of $131.22, bringing us down to $1,580.80. Overdraft and fees. You're not going to see a phone bill on here because I didn't have the money to pay for it until my very last paycheck, which you won't see on here. So overdraft fees, okay? Like this is my Visa, this is whatever. I didn't do great. My overdraft fees this month were $111.30, bringing us down to $1,496.51. Personal for me this month isn't so bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but I did buy dance shoes and costumes and like cute little like hats and things. Personal for me this month was $413.68. I'm pretty sure I add like my vape stuff. Yes, I do. So that brings us to a total of $1,055.32. My tattoo cost me $500. Brings us down to $555.32. My debt, I am paying double next paycheck because again, I just wasn't responsible with my money this month, and so with my debt I only paid half of what I owe, and I will pay double my next paycheck. So I only paid $250, bringing us to a total of $305.32. So yeah, I was running quite short. My Visa statement as well is not looking so great this month. It was $2,818.56, hence the over limit fees and all that stuff, because I only have a $2,500 limit on my Visa, but I have been having to go over pretty much since I got back from traveling. It's been, you know, this is what I'm trying to knock down, but what can you do? Life happens and you gotta kind of deal with it. So left over, we have $305.32, which we did hit our goal, I think. So my goal last month was to be left with $300. We did hit that mark by $5.32. Yeah, basically this month, not so great. I'm not like super proud of it, but I'm not super angry about it. What I will say is I have a very deep plan in place because I have learned so much doing this with you guys that I have a plan in place starting January. So December is also, you know, it's Christmas, it's the holidays, it's gonna be a little weird as well, but starting January I'm going to commit myself into making better financial decisions and actually having a plan. We're gonna see how that goes, and I will make a whole video on what my plans are in January. Happy holidays, and we will see you for December funds. Bye. I see what I did. Okay, hold on.